There we go. What's up, everybody? It's Talia, your creative confidence mentor, here to reconnect you with your creative identity. Come on in if you're showing up tonight with the live. Got an echo going on. Actually, let me change something real quick. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. I don't like the audio or the mic coming from the laptop, so there we go. Come on in. If you are joining us live, say what's up. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm still setting up my canvas, so I'm excited, you guys. Where do I start? Probably the intro, right? All right, so tonight we're actually going to be recreating one of the paintings that I have already done in the past. And the crazy thing is that when I created this painting, at that time, that was like one of the best paintings that I had done. So I was like, I'm going to keep this. I'm never going to sell it. I don't know when that attachment left because it's gone now. So basically, there is a painting that I had done, and if you had seen the posting before the live, or you see the thumbnail, it's got all my favorite colors together. It's got red, blue, and purple. All right. So here we go. We've got our first canvas. This is a 10 by 24 horizontal panel. So it might work best. I was gonna try and have it, long way, that way we could work together, but I have the camera set up a little differently tonight. So hopefully you guys will hear me clearly. I used to have the camera across from me, but I know it wouldn't pick up so well with the audio. So hopefully tonight you guys will be able to hear me clearly and be able to see my workspace from where I'm standing. So right now, I've just got one canvas ready. It'll give you time to come on in. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from. All right, while you guys are coming in, I'm actually gonna move this out the way and get the second one ready because I feel like I want to do two paintings tonight. One is gonna be done the same way that I created the first, or the original. And the other one I'm gonna use, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna use the same colors. I'm just gonna do the technique a little bit differently. Oh, I'm gonna use a pour method. That's what I'm gonna do because the original, I put the paint directly onto the canvas in a swirl, which you'll be able to see here in a moment. And the second piece, I'm going to use the same colors, do the same, to create the same painting, but I'm going to use my pour cups. So we're going to do a dirty pour. Those of you joining for the first time, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us tonight. Or if you're watching the replay, like I always say, this is me creating from the beginning to the end so you can see my process. If you're coming here for a tutorial, it might be a little longer than you're used to. So feel free to skip through if you need. I'm just getting the canvases ready right now. Actually, this one might be best for my first painting. I did a little bit better on the taping on this one. Okay, cool. There we go. I think that's good. Oh, I gotta be careful about shaking the table. I've got the camera set up right in front of me, so I gotta be careful not to bump it. There we go. Okay, here's the first. That's a little tight. Hopefully it's not uneven. One side was too hard to put the thumbtack in. Oh, before we start, I got a couple of things that I want to show you guys too. So let me move this out the way for a moment. Stack that over here. So first things I want to show you are the, oh yeah, don't mind my, this is my workspace. So you see all the paint skins. This is actually from something that I worked on yesterday. So I'll be able to peel this off after we're done here tonight. These are from previous paint skins that I had. So I went and found a 9-piece puzzle piece at Michael's. And what I did was I used the paint skins that I had to put over the pieces. And then I'm going to finish them, put some magnets on them, and those will be some cool pieces. There's 9 of them. I have my friend Courage. She already came over and picked hers out. But basically, do you see this? Can you read it? Let me put the canvas behind it. Might be able to see it a little bit better. But this is basically how I did this next painting you're about to see. So this is a stand, or like a decorative piece, and it says I'm enough. But it was, you know, it was just plain and boring. It was gold and the stand was white. So what I did is just how it looks here is I put my canvas right under it and I started throwing all my pour paint on it, or the acrylic paint. And what dripped off, I kept on the canvas. So yeah, that's this piece. It's still drying. It still feels a little bit sticky, but that's gonna dry. And so when that paint dripped off, I let it catch on this canvas. And of course I added more paint because that wasn't gonna be enough from what dripped off. And you guys aren't gonna guess what I used. So I don't know if you guys have seen anyone else use the marble technique, where you pour your paint on the canvas and then you get a marble and you roll it around. Well, I didn't have a marble. So I used the golf ball instead. So all I did was just roll it around in the paint. The painting came out as you see it here, and my golf ball, it looks pretty cool too. So I was thinking about using this again tonight, but I want a different one. I want to keep this as it is since it's already painted. So I will hold off on doing another marble technique or golf ball technique, if you want to call it that. But all right, let's get started. Where are we at now? 7 minutes in, about 8 minutes. Yeah, I think it's good enough for us to start. If everyone's here watching live, we're good. I'm good. All right, let me put my gloves on. And tonight we got the Artist Loft pre-mix paints. You guys, I've missed these. I've been working with the Deco Art paints, and one, they've got a funny smell to them. And two, they're a lot thinner. Or not thinner, sorry, these are thinner. The other ones, Deco Art, they're a little bit thicker, so it's harder to move. And the way they dry is the same as it looks on this one here, this painting that I just showed you guys. So it dries a little bit different. It takes a lot longer and it stays sticky for a while. But these are gonna dry within the next 2 days. The other thing I like about it is that they're a little bit thinner. They're already mixed and they have a gloss finish to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys already know, if you have been paying attention, or maybe you don't really watch like that, but purple, blue, and red are my favorite colors. So to have them all together in one place is perfect. And that's actually how this the original piece was created. I wanted to have them together without it being too crazy. So we're gonna start with the red on the left, purple in the middle, and blue on the right. And then gold is throughout all of the colors. So let's get started. I think this is open. Or did I? Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong batch. Hold on a second. These are my extras in case I need them. The ones that are open are over here. So can you see me in left to right? I'm just gonna make sure we're in the frame, or the canvas is in the frame. This is another difference with having the camera set up on directly in front of me. I'm really excited because the last time I created this, I was just starting. And like I mentioned, at that time, I thought this was like the best painting I had ever created. And I wasn't gonna let go of it. I was planning on keeping it for myself. Um, but now my best paintings are the abstract paintings. I've been enjoying it. All right, so we've got the purple. Go with the blue. Oh, so the colors are the red is crimson. The blue is bright blue, right here at the bottom. And the purple is violet. Oh, sorry, it's not even in the frame. There we go. And gold, I think, is just called gold. Old glow. Old glow. Old gold. There we go. Around. I think that's enough. I hope that's enough. And then I'm gonna go in with the gold on each one. I have the blow dryer here too, so we're gonna definitely be using that. Put gold right up in here. Fill in that white space. That one has a little bit more gold to it, so I'm gonna add some more blue here. It's like a Pop-Tart strudel. Okay, at this point you have the option. You can just start tilting and moving it, but I'm actually gonna push it out with the blow dryer, and it's gonna be really quick. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is how much I have grown as an artist. Like the first time I did this, I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't know how this was gonna work out, and I think I only used a little bit of purple in the original painting. So this is, my confidence has grown since then. I definitely see how this is gonna work out. I've already gotten used to working with the acrylic pour paint, so I know how it's gonna move. And I don't think that I'm gonna need any more paint, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let them start coming together. You see how the paint or the colors are starting to mix. So we're just kind of encouraging that. And then it's gonna get a little loud. Oh, I didn't even plug in my blow dryer. Let's see, where's it gonna go? I think I'm gonna have to unplug these Christmas lights real quick. All right, 1 second. All right. So I'm gonna mute this, that way it don't get too crazy in your ears. I thought I had enough paint. I'm gonna add some more because I like how it's mixing. I just don't like that there's so many open spaces. So we're gonna fill that all in with their respective places. Or red along the edges. I think I'm good with the gold. I don't want the gold to dominate, so I'm not adding too much. We kind of just want it in there to make the other colors come out. Actually, I'll put this here. And this is why the gloves are handy. Because it gets messy. All right, there we go. There's that. All right, and then the purple. You see how it's already got the wispy lines in there? That's actually what we're going for, or what I'm going for. Because that's what made the other one look so cool. The blue is mixed great. The red over here. Let me help it over here. So you're working with fluid art. It's just like playing with water. You want it to touch. That way it'll make it easier for you to spread it around. There's that. And if there's any air bubbles, this is definitely the time that you want to pop them so that way it doesn't make your painting look crazy. Might need some more gold in the red. And my purple is just sitting there. Come on, purple, start moving. Let me help the purple. This is fun. I forgot how different it was to do this painting. Come a long way, you guys. All right, there we go. Here's our colored cinnamon roll. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute this again and turn the blow dryer on. All right, so we got most of the colors mixed. This looks so much better than the first one. Like so much better. I'm happy with how this looks. I gotta get this purple over here to come in a little bit. You see, I think I touched it with the blow dryer or my finger. So now I'm just basically keeping what pattern I have here. God, this gold looks so cool. Yeah, so I think on the original painting, I didn't add so much gold and it looks so much better. This looks so much better with the gold. The first one didn't have all this effect. So I'm tilting it downward to get some of that paint off the edges. That way it'll cover the sides. Just like this here, you see the sides are gonna have to get covered. I think the first time I ever did this, it took me a whole 30 minutes. You see how we only did this in like 10? Definitely. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. Hopefully without knocking anything over. All right, there we go. Success. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna move it this way. I'm actually gonna blow this purple because it's not moving anywhere. Or maybe I just need to add some more purple. Right in that spot. There we go. There we go. You might not remember it, but that's how God blew life into us. Sorry. I don't know, my head was all in the way. Now I'm just gonna move it around to keep covering the sides. That's basically what we're working on now. I have enough paint covering the canvas. I'm just trying to get the edges and the sides covered as well. So it'll all look uniform. All the red off the side here, purple in the middle. This looks awesome, you guys. Looks like fire and ice. I think that's actually the name of the painting. I don't remember what I labeled it. So we are remaking. Those of you just joining, we're remaking or recreating a painting that I did in the past. think it was back in 2019 when I did this the first time. And I was just sharing. Whoops, I gotta take that blue. Sorry, no. Got some blue in the red. I don't want that. We don't want that. So I was just saying how the original painting took me about 30 minutes to create. And tonight with remaking this, it only took me 10. So being familiar with the process and having an understanding on how the paint moves and how they mix together definitely has helped. And of course, with your experience, you get used to it. You know what you like doing or how you like it to move. I just need this paint to come off to the sides for me. Nice. Okay, so I just need some of this purple to cover. I've got all the blue on this side covered. I'm gonna turn it around again. Side. It definitely helps to have the thumbtacks under your canvas. One, because it helps the paint drip off onto your surface or what you're working on. And two, it helps when you have to pick it up and move it like I just did. There's this group of purple here. There's some blue in that. I was gonna say, how did the blue get in there? But they all mixed. Duh. All right. This is so once all your paint is poured and you've moved it around, the details or what you're paying attention to. If there's anything you want to tweak, now's the time. By tweak, I mean like you see how some spaces, like right here, there's a lot of purple, and it's not actually mixing with the. It seems like the purple is being stubborn with me tonight, because there's a lot of places where it's just sitting there. The blue and the red have mixed fine. I don't know what's going on with the purple, so I think I'm gonna push it again. I'm gonna turn the blow dryer on one more time, because I want to feel 1, 2, 3, these 3 gaps right here. I don't know if you can actually see them, but there's dips in here where the paint hasn't moved, and then there's this space here where the purple has not even mixed. Oh, but that gloss finish, you guys can see my, you guys can see my studio light in the reflection. Hi. All right, one second. I need to clean off my hands, and I'll get this blow dryer back out. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I have some of this purple here that dripped off the side, and I'm just gonna put it right in there. Yeah, that helps with the with that plain purple spot I had. I'm gonna do the same. Let me see if I can find any more drippings. We might not need the blow dryer. Right. Just swipe off the side and drip it right onto here. There we go. This glove is a little too big. There we go. All right, where was the other spot I seen? Oh, I have a whole section of blue that isn't even covered yet. Hold on a second, you guys. I'm gonna tilt it this way once more. We're trying to get this area right here. Trying to get this blue to come down. So we don't want no light spots. We want all our colors covered evenly. So sweet. Is that good? Oh, I think I need to go back around to that purple. Remember, the purple didn't come off on the side. Yeah, I have a feeling we gotta turn that blow dryer back on. Cause I need help to cover this side. Come on, purple. Work with me. Yo, you guys, this is so much better than the first one. Don't tell them that, okay? They've already taken the other painting home. Don't tell them that this one's better. All right. Uh-oh. What's this over here? Is that something in my painting? I think we got some hair. Hold on a second. Yeah, definitely this is the time to look at all the details. Make sure you get what does not belong out of there. Yeah, it was a hair. Like a little piece of I don't know what it is. But it was just a little strand. Dang. Okay, you guys. I think it's good. It just looks good. Keep looking at it. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna move on to the next one. I'm actually gonna take my gloves off because they're getting sticky on the paint. So once your acrylic paint dries, it can get sticky. Do this out of the way. I'm gonna move this up so it can dry. Be careful, don't bump it. All right. Oh, and then I go and bump the camera. Okay, so this next one, we're gonna do the same thing, except I'm gonna pour the paint into the pour cup, and then we're gonna do the flip cup method with the dirty pour, and we'll see how it looks. It's gonna be a little bit different. The colors are gonna already mix in the cup, and then we're gonna put it onto the canvas. So we're just gonna see how it looks, what the difference is between the two. So the first one, you see me put the paint directly onto the canvas, and then we mixed it with the blow dryer and just let it spread around. And then the second one, once we put it, do the dirty pour, we're just gonna basically tilt the canvas until we get the whole thing covered. I'm hoping that we can get it so that no color is more dominant than the other. I really like the red section in the last one. I know you guys can see it in the frame right now. So let me get to this one. There we go. So I got my cups here. I need 3. There we go. Oh, actually, hold on a second. So let me peel this off. There's actually a skin that I did here with the same colors. I think purple is the only one. No, purple's in here. Gold is the only color that's not here. So this is a skin. You can see the rings a little bit. So I poured a drop of red, blue, and then purple, and I blew it out. And this is what we got. So basically, this will actually allow me to show you guys how I did the puzzles as well. So I just had a piece like this of the skin. And actually, I had it the way that I wanted it. You put it wherever you want. And all I did was trace my puzzle piece onto the skin, cut it out, and glue it on. You can, of course, paint the pieces individually, which is probably what I'm going to do on my next project. But that was just an FYI for another idea you guys can use for your paint skins. All right, so I'm gonna be generous with the gold in this one, like I was in the last one. That's the difference with the original paintings and the one that I'm doing tonight. Being generous with that gold. So I'm gonna put my purple in the first cup. And I'm probably gonna go to this section here about maybe halfway, maybe a little less than half for each color. That way it'll cover the canvas. Again, I'm using violet, bright blue, and crimson from the Artist Loft pre-mixed paint. Kids playing outside. Some gold, some gold, some gold, and then we're gonna go back again. I gotta be mindful and not get distracted because I don't want to add the wrong color to the wrong cup. Or, I mean, we've got the purple, blue, and red on the same canvas, but they also have their respective spaces. The purple's in the middle, of course, because the red and blue make purple. So there's that. Some gold. So you can kind of see that the paint's already mixing in the cup. That's the difference between these two methods we're doing. Oops, I almost did it. I almost put the red in the purple. I think that should be enough to cover my canvas. That's basically what judging how much I pour into these cups by is like if it's gonna cover my canvas. Hopefully some more. Go back with some gold. Do I think that's enough? I think that's enough. And if it isn't, I can always pour some more directly on it. Are y'all ready? All right, so I'm gonna put the we'll do it this way. The purple first. Ready, set. There it goes. And then the blue and the red. All right. Ready, ready, ready. Ooh. Wow. Wow. You guys, this looks so awesome. It looks like we're gonna create some galaxies. You see how that gold is blended in? I like it. Actually, I think this method is a little bit better. I feel like I'm not gonna have enough paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more now. Oh wow, I should have held off on that. What is going on? If you're watching live, can you let me know if you can still see me? I think you can. Okay. The phone says we're fine. My laptop says we're out. I'm gonna keep going. Keep going. All right. Purple. I got some blue. Oh, I'm still mixing this cup. Yeah, look at this. You see how it's mixing in the cup already? Okay, I'm gonna put this over here in this corner. And I'm gonna get some more red. I'm not too worried about the purple in the middle because I'm gonna have the blue and red do their thing and mix in the middle. I'm glad I got multiple sets of this paint because I knew I was gonna have so much fun doing this. All right, here we go. While those are still pouring, I'm actually gonna start moving to get this purple spread out. Oh, dang it, StreamYard. We good? Hopefully you guys can see me again. We're still letting the paint move. So the only difference with this is that we gotta be aware if it's gonna cover the entire canvas. Because you see how my paint is moving unevenly. I've got more coverage on the red over here, but my blue and purple still aren't moving. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little nervous, you guys. It's okay. We got a blow dryer. That's what I'm gonna pull out right now. All right, so hang on a moment. I'm gonna meet you guys. Okay, I think I've got it spread out as much as I could with the blow dryer. You can kind of see how my purple mixed in with the other colors, but that's totally fine. So I'm just gonna let it come down off the edge. I got a lot of red here, so I'm just gonna pick it up and um, use that excess to cover up the other sides, like the edges. This doesn't seem to have a whole lot of the gold coming through, so I guess the difference with pouring the paint directly onto the canvas and dumping it with the cup means that your gold can get swallowed by the other paints a little bit more. And I did use a lot of gold with the cup, so I know it's not that I didn't use enough. It's just the way that it mixed once it was already in the cup together. Grab these on the edge here. Got a lot of blue here on the sides. Move my cups out the way. I'm just gonna tilt it to the left a little bit because my red is taking up a lot of this space. So I had a lot of I had a lot of red paint. Stop moving. Wow. Looks good. I'm bringing it down this way. Trying to get these bottom parts covered, and I'm trying to get this blue and purple to mix here. There's a gap. Some blue off the edge here and use it in that section. There we go. Got a lot of purple missing here. So I'm gonna turn this around. Hang on a second. So this way again. Okay. Now I'm also I gotta be careful because I have the first painting sitting right behind this one that I'm currently working on, and I don't want any of this paint to drip onto that painting. So of course, just be mindful of your workspace and what's around you, so you don't bump your so you don't bump your canvas, and two, so it doesn't accidentally drip onto any surface that you don't want it to. So, nice. I think I had a lot of red. Yeah, there we go. I have a lot of red over here. I'm just gonna scoop up, bring it around the canvas, not over it. Because like I just mentioned, if you drip anything on this, it's going to be on your painting. Of course, while it's still wet, if anything does get into a spot that you don't want it to be in, I like how this, do you guys see this curve? Like this sine wave over here? I don't know if you can see it, but it comes around like this. Looks really cool. I love how the purple and the red started to mix over here. I'm gonna go ahead and tilt this downward towards us. Let me see if there's any purple back there. There really isn't a lot of purple that dripped. So it's gonna be a little bit longer to cover these sides. All I'm doing is just picking up the paint that dripped off the edges and using it to cover the sides. And you also want to be careful not to pick up the paint that is already mixed with other colors and then put it onto the canvas because that will affect your colors mixing on here as well. There we go. Tilt it back down. You see all the drippings on that side. That's basically what I was using to cover this up. And some purple and blue over here. There's not enough purple. Okay. Oops. Let me go ahead and lay it down. I'll leave it alone. How am I? Let's see. How's my purple? Oh, here we go. See that I've got some extra paint in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this sit on the edge of my canvas. There we go. That's what I needed. And I need some over here too for the previous painting. Okay, paint, do your thing. Just drip off the sides. I think it's mixed enough, so I'm just gonna try and get this purple to come down the side. I help it a little. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? There we go. Not like I'm doing anything crazy over here, but it's covering the side. There it is. That's done. Okay, so this is a perfect time for me to move this out the way and show you guys what to do when your paint drips on another painting. Because it happened. I was trying to avoid it and it still happened. So let me get this out the way so you guys can see the first one and what I just did. Hold on a second. How am I going to move these? The only limitation with going live, or yeah, for you guys to be able to see me what I'm doing, is that there's this small frame to work in. If you guys were to see my entire workspace, you'll see there's so much space here that I could be using. All right, 1 second. I'm actually gonna go take this off the side because I don't want this to get covered either. 1 moment. Okay. Get some of this red and some of the blue. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So let me clear off my hands just a little bit. It's a little bit tough with these gloves on. All right. I'll bring this down into the frame. And you guys can see where the paint dripped. Do you see it? Right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean my gloves off because that's what's gonna help me clean this up. Use my fingertip, and actually, let me not use the glove. Let me use this one. I'm just gonna cover my finger with the paper towel. And you see where this red is in the purple that I don't want here? I'm just gonna pick it up like so. Do the same thing right here and swipe it off. And the same with this blue and the red. Such a perfect little circle. So it's just gonna pick it up. Take that off my canvas. I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard not to get any extra colors on there while I'm trying to pick this up. Okay, so now I'm gonna make sure my glove is clean. Actually, I'm just gonna take my glove off and use my fingertip. Got some dripping off the side here, and I'm just gonna fill it in. I also want to make sure that I'm not grabbing any extra colors while I'm doing that, so I might, do the smart thing here and use my actual cup that I poured with. And just put that onto here. If it will let me, okay, it's coming down. And pour it off the side here. There we go. Fill itself in. And it's definitely helpful when you have extra paint still left so that you can do touch-ups like this. All right, so there's the red. I'm gonna come over to this purple. Hopefully we still have enough. Oh, we do. That's good. It's gonna take a moment for it to come all the way down. There we go. Takes a little patience. There we go. All right, y'all. That's it. Now all I'm gonna do is let this fill itself in, and then I'm gonna tilt it. Now that I've already managed to get some paint where I didn't want it, I gotta be careful now. Make sure it doesn't happen again. So I'm just taking the paper towel on the edges, grab onto my thumbtacks in the back, and tilt. I don't want to manipulate the colors mixing too much, but I do want it to move on its own. That way it'll look like it happened during the painting. That's this piece here. So move on down. And that's it, y'all. We are done. Now we just let it dry. And I'm probably gonna let this sit overnight. And just let it do its thing. It's gonna dry. And of course, if you are already following me on Instagram, you will get the close-ups, the details, the dried or finished product. And then of course, the person who this is gonna go home with will get the choice to pick which method they like better. Honestly, I like this one, the first one, where we paint it directly onto the canvas, because the gold and the colors, man, I just love how they mix together. With the second option, when I did the 30 pour, the paints already had that time in the cup to mix, and so, the gold kind of got swallowed up. You can kind of see it in here. So that's basically what the other painting is like. So depending on your preference, if you want the gold to stand out in your painting, then I advise you do this option where you paint directly onto the canvas and then you let your colors mix. If you just want them to actually be saturated together, kind of like in these areas where it's got a little shimmer of that gold, then go ahead and pour it into the cups first, do a flip cup, and then just spread it around from there. So there you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. You guys already know that this is my happy place and that I always have fun. So hopefully by doing this, you can see that creativity is not just about arts and crafts. It's more so about creating a solution to a problem. Tonight's problem, there wasn't really one, except that I was recreating something for somebody. So that's what we did. If you're if you're out there and you haven't seen, or if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There is a video that I did And I promise that there will be another video about how to find silence and solitude in your everyday life. That video is still coming. I'm still learning. It's actually a great segue for me to remind you that as your creative confidence mentor, done is better than perfect. Just go ahead and get to creating and don't be afraid of what you're making. Sorry. Um, I'm still learning to create and edit my own videos, which is why it's taking so long for me to push out the second one. But it's coming. And eventually, I'm hoping that we will be able to move these paintings. Well, actually, you guys let me know. Would you guys prefer if these live, because I know they can go long, but thing is, we're all hanging out together. You guys get to watch me from the beginning to the end, the entire process. With the videos, if I were to do this, then it would be edited and a lot of it would be cut out. I wouldn't be coming on here to talk directly to you, but I would just be showing you how the art was created or how the piece was made. I don't think I would be going through step by step what I'm doing and how I'm mixing it. So just let me know. Do you guys prefer having the live video where we're all hanging out? And I create it from beginning to end, or would you prefer just watching it chopped 15 minutes, 20 minutes of like, this is what I'm using, this is how it looks, and that's it. I don't know. I feel like it's not the same because my intention was to come on here and to actually show you guys that as a novice, as a beginner, you guys are actually watching me as I grow and as I'm improving. Like I mentioned earlier, the first time I created this piece, it took me a whole 30 minutes. It was a live. No, we didn't do live. This is before I used to go live, guys. This is before I even had the courage to come on and have a YouTube channel. So a lot has changed since then. Um, but definitely I'm encouraging you to do the thing that you're afraid to do. If you're, we were kids who had all the imagination and creativity, and somewhere we got discouraged along the way and then we don't create no more. So that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to encourage you to go back to your creativity. If it's drawing, if it's painting, it's not always in arts and crafts. It might be cooking and dancing. You guys have heard me say this over and over again. But that's basically what I'm trying to encourage you to do, is to explore these creative areas. Write if you have to, it's creative writing. Um, but yeah, just try something. Make sure you have an outlet. Be creative, because you'll eventually find your happy place, and that's it. The story's over. That's what I did. I started painting as a hobby, and I didn't know that it was going to turn into this, but I'm glad that it has, because it's been a whole lot of fun. And I definitely appreciate you guys showing up with me live all the time, or when you get a chance, and the feedback that you guys give me. And again, if you create anything that I've made here, or if you do something that was inspired by me, please tag me in it, post it, and definitely look forward to next time when we get to hang out. I'll be back again, not next week, but the week after. So it's every other Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.